Yo, what's going on guys, it is Cynnnical, and today for you guys I've got an interesting video to share with you dudes. Today we're going to be looking at some Kingdom Hearts 3 story information from the official Kingdom Hearts website. A few days ago I was actually kind of bored and I decided to venture on over to the official Kingdom Hearts website sort of to check up on how things are looking. Now keep in mind this isn't really a website that I always go to. Maybe I'll check it like every few months or something like that, but really I don't check it all that often because it hardly ever gets updated. However, it has been updated since the Big Hero 6 news came out. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about something that I actually did come across on this website, and it is actually displaying a little bit of the story behind Kingdom Hearts 3 and what's actually going to, obviously transpire in the actual game. Deciding to bring this news to you guys, even though we probably know what is actually going to happen in Kingdom Hearts 3, it's cool to see an official sort of, brief summary. And also on top of that, I mean, I know that a lot of people don't actually check this website, let alone it actually existing. Like, I know that some people don't even know that an official Kingdom Hearts website exists. So here it is for you guys. I'll leave the link to the website in the description below. You guys can check that out. But here it is right here. As you guys can see on screen, got a little picture of Kingdom Hearts 3 right there, and a very, very, very brief little paragraph that is describing the story of Kingdom Hearts 3. Basically, this is what it reads. Believing light and darkness must remain in balance, Master Xehanort seeks to spark war against the tyranny of light, to restore equilibrium. In an effort to undermine Xehanort's plot, Sora, Donald, and Goofy search for 7 Guardians of Light and the key to return hearts, while King Mickey and Riku search for previous Keyblade wielders. So right there is a very, very brief, like I mentioned, paragraph of the story for Kingdom Hearts 3. But however, there are quite a few little interesting things that I do want to go over. Now first of all, it starts off with Master Xehanort. Obviously Master Xehanort is the main antagonist for the Kingdom Hearts series, and we know that Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be the final chapter in the Xehanort saga. It says here that basically seeks to spark war against the tyranny of light. It's also got the little quotation marks around it. Now, tyranny of light, have we actually ever heard that term being said in Kingdom Hearts before? From my experience through the games, I don't actually believe we have ever heard any of the characters actually say tyranny of light. But I do believe that it's actually referring to something, that being either the Guardians of Light, or actual, like Kingdom Hearts itself, or light itself, either one of those. But really it's hard to sort of figure that out. I would say it's probably Kingdom Hearts. He's talking about actual Kingdom Hearts, the heart of all worlds. I would say that that's what he's sort of going on about, to restore equilibrium. Now, that sort of first little bit, talking about light and darkness and Master Xehanort, it almost sort of, in some sense, seems like it's trying to make Master Xehanort out to sound like a good guy, Believing light and darkness must remain in balance. I mean, light and darkness must always coexist, in each other. A perfect balance is when both light and darkness are balanced together. And, sort of in this paragraph, it's making it sort of out to sound like, Xehanort is actually trying to keep that balance in some sort of way. I don't know if you guys see that or not, but I see that. It's kind of weird. The next part reads, in an effort to undermine Xehanort's plot, Sora, Donald, and Goofy search for 7 Guardians of Light and the key to return hearts. So right here it says Sora, Donald, and Goofy go out to search for 7 Guardians of Light. We basically know that that is, one of the biggest sort of points that is going to actually transpire throughout the story of Kingdom Hearts 3. Most of it is probably going to be, searching for those Guardians of Light and figuring out who those Guardians are, as well as that they are also searching for the key to return hearts. It's sort of also unknown what that's really going to be used for. Well, not really be used for, but specifically who towards. I would say most likely out of the bunch of people that it could be used for, I would say it's probably going to be used for Ventus, key to return hearts. We do know that Ventus's heart, or at least a fragment of it, is currently residing inside of Sora, and they are going to need some way of transferring it from Sora back into the body of Ventus. So I'd say that that is probably what the key to return hearts is really going to be all about. That and possibly bringing back other previous people that we have lost throughout the story as well. It's also been heavily theorized that Sora himself might even actually be the quote-unquote key to return hearts, so it might actually be a sort of situation of him finding out that he is the person who will restore these broken hearts and mend them to connect together to obviously bring them back to reality in some sort of way. And the last part reads, while King Mickey and Riku search for previous Keyblade wielders. Now, I was on the sort of impression that these guys as a whole entire group, you know, including Riku, King Mickey, Sora, Donald, and Goofy, were basically going to set out in their separate ways and obviously find the whole entire group of the Guardians of Light and stuff like that, you know, the lost friends, which include, you know, Ventus, Aqua, and Terra and stuff like that, and all of those people. But it's sort of, you know, the way this kind of summary is laid out, it sort of separates the Guardians of Light from these other things which are known as previous Keyblade wielders, which apparently King Mickey and Riku are trying to search for. So perhaps these previous Keyblade wielders might not actually have any relation to the Guardians of Heart, but might just be extra backup for the final battle that is going to happen in the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. If that's the case, is it very possible that they might actually be referring to previous Keyblade wielders as in maybe like the foretellers and stuff like that? I mean, I really can't think of any other Keyblade wielders in the Kingdom Hearts, you know, series that we've come across, other than the ones that are obviously displayed in Kingdom Hearts Key and Unchained Key, and those are the, you know, obviously the foretellers. And I mean, Xehanort and Ericus, they are sort of talking about these lost masters, and you know, I highly believe that these lost masters are actually indeed the foretellers. Perhaps they're also trying to find the foretellers as well. Another thing that sort of sparks my head in terms of previous Keyblade wielders are the actual, you know, little avatar people that you play as in Unchained Key and Key. We know that back in those days, the days of the foretellers and, you know, the days before the ancient Keyblade War, we know that, like, you know, Keyblade wielders were pretty much everywhere in Daybreak Town, and we play as those numerous amount of different Keyblade wielders in Unchained Key. Our players that we play as are those Keyblade wielders, and we know that there were hundreds upon hundreds of different Keyblade wielders within the different unions of the foretellers. And I would say that the different unions and all of the, you know, Keyblade wielders that follow those unions were all of the sort of Keyblade wielders that broke out into that war in the ancient Keyblade War. But we know that there are a multitude of different Keyblade wielders out there in the world. I mean, many of them we just haven't come across yet, because, you know, in many times throughout the game, I mean, it's been said that apparently, you know, Keyblade wielders from all corners of different worlds flock together to come to the ancient Keyblade graveyard to perform the Keyblade War. So with all that sort of information being said, it's pretty obvious that there is a ton of different Keyblade wielders out there, but it's sort of a mystery as to who they are actually referring to when they say previous Keyblade wielders. It gets me thinking about everything that, you know, is in Unchained Key or Key. It might actually be referring to, you know, Aqua, Terra, and Ventus as well. You know, they were obviously previous Keyblade wielders too, so I'm not really too sure. But of course, we will all find out when Kingdom Hearts 3 is finally released. Anyway guys, I thought I'd bring this information to you. Like I mentioned, the website will be in the description below. And otherwise guys, hope you've enjoyed the video, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.